If I could go back and tell my 17-year-old self like anything, I would tell her absolutely nothing. Okay.
Tassel from right to left.
I want to be in love and I love him, so I'm gonna just go with it.
I would tell her nothing. I want to keep all those moments of me being heartbroken, me being confused, how determined I was, how excited I was to experience. I would never take that away from myself. That risk of losing as well, the risk of gaining. Every time this question pops up, I feel like we be like, oh, I would tell her, don't go for that person. I would tell her, get rid of these friends. I would tell myself, go for that job. But no, life is not supposed to be perfect. It's never supposed to be perfect. How could it ever be perfect? Life is genuinely here to just be experienced. And we kind of lose that. We want to have the perfect layout, the perfect blueprint. We want things in a very easy way. Life is simply an experience. The risk, the achievements that you have, the losses that you have, the lessons learned, it's all part of life. And there are things that happened to me when I was 17 and 18 that I'm like, oh shoot, ouch a little bit, or that could have been avoided. But at the same time, it was needed for me at the time. It was needed for me to grow. To be who I am today, I needed to go through what I went through. And even when I think about people's advice, if you take on, people telling you like, this is what I would have done in my early 20s, do this instead, or yada, 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 that advice would have weakened my reasons of not choosing something. For me not choosing to do something anymore or not continuing a certain journey was because I got to experience, was because I learned it firsthand. Even though it could have been avoided, I feel like the reason for not doing something would have dragged it out. Because that saying of like, you can never know how you will react in a situation until you're in that situation is very, very true. The sunlight is leaving me again. It's a little cold, so I'm trying to keep in the sunlight as much as possible. The woman I am today is because of the things I did not know early on. My boundaries right now, the way I think, my passions in life, they changed. They all were adjusted because of what I experienced. And it doesn't even have to be something bad. What I experienced so many great, wonderful, warm, and comforting things. At the same time, I experienced heartbreaking stuff, things that I'm like, why? I'm still growing. I'm still very young, but I'm so excited to risk. I'm so excited to learn and experience and gain my own opinions and gain my own path on things. And I don't want you to lose that. I don't want anyone to lose that. And I'm not talking about advice on like money or like clothes, how to be more, like basic skills in life that could help out. I feel like, we could all use a little more help on learning how to save, I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about genuine experience, like what to do with that friend in this situation, or how to go about that boy that you like, how to deal with family drama, or just how to be a better sister, how to be a better son. Like, those things are learned. Don't hold yourself back from experience. Life is the only experience you have, and then death. That sounds intense. Hold on. Life is the most beautiful experience. No day is the same. No one is going through a situation like you did with your DNA, with your heart, with your emotions. Every experience is new. The way you would handle things will be new. People can relate to you, but you can't go about it the same way she did. You can't go about it the same way he did. If you recognize the situation you're in requires a lot of help, get as much help as you need, but don't be afraid to experience. Oh my goodness. Your worth, your boundaries, the way you look at yourself, your self-love, all gets adjusted by experience. Nothing else. The sun. And one thing I want to talk about is sometimes people think that their value can be lowered. Like experiences that happen to us, situations that are out of our control that aren't always the best, we take it and we're like, that lowered my value, or I feel lower. This obviously means that I'm not as high as I used to be. But I want you to think, since when did experience equal less? How, when you experience something, you lose? You simply acquired more knowledge on a certain topic. You can never lose value in this world. You can never lose value. You can stay the same or you can upgrade. There's no such thing as loss. You could take things and learn from it, adjust, or you can remain the same, but you can never lose. I think we like to personalize experience. We like to make it very personal, the things that happen to us, even though this world really is only here for you to gain. And when you look at the world that way, you could take every day and be super happy. And even if you're not happy, you could just know with the comfort that, like, I'm growing every single day. I'm better every single day. A traumatic relationship happened. Okay. They may have did something to you. All right. You just have experience with that certain situation. That has nothing to do with you. Even on the opposite, the polar opposite of that situation, you've been with someone for a very long time. It's been you two since the beginning. Y'all going for the long run. You have more experience in that situation. Some people have experience with parents who aren't the best. Some people have experience with very beautiful parents that they're so grateful for. All an experience. We're all here to talk to each other, to learn from each other, while also enjoying our own various journeys. We have so many journeys going on. The sun has gone down. I can't get no more sunlight. It's all the way back there now. And to get more personal, my 17-year-old year, my 18-year-old year too, was very hard for me. I didn't know a lot of stuff. I didn't know how to handle certain situations, mostly with relationships, mostly with family. I was so deeply in love. I can say it. I was. For the time being, that person reciprocated, but their character adjusted as time went on, and the person they were didn't fit who I was becoming. We both changed. And even though I stayed as long as I could, but through experience, I've learned that me and that person aren't a good fit. The lows overcompensated for the highs. It was painful more than enjoyable to be next to them, to be near them. Being 17, being 18, having those intense feelings for somebody and it not lasting, and you know, the situations you make up in your head and all the future that you designed kind of just disappears. I remember so many days I was just crying in the gym, crying myself to sleep, wondering why they changed like that. Why did they switch up on me like that? Or even sometimes I was like, why didn't I just play dumb so they could be in my life? But all that to say, that strengthened my boundaries in relationship. That strengthened my knowledge of, I know what I should go for when it comes to relationship. I know what I value in relationships now because that person, he taught me. You know, through the things he did, he taught me, oh, I really highly value trust. I value someone who's honest. I value someone that's truthful to themselves, not just to me, but they can live in their truth. I value someone who wants to help me more than they want me to help. But without that happening to me, it just would have elongated that lesson. It would have taken such a long time if I listened to my friends and listened to my family leave early. You know, I don't know if this is the best idea. I don't know if he's the best guy for you. Though, in hindsight, you know, but I learned something about myself through that experience. I do think about them often, but they don't weigh heavy on me anymore. Acceptance is a beautiful thing. Detachment is a beautiful thing. And I've met new people. And I'm just so grateful. Like, I can't even look at that whole situation as a bad thing. Of course, I was very upset. But, like, I got some dope memories out of it. I got some very nice times. He swayed my way of thinking. He matured me. I just look at what I've become. Thank you, God. So if I could tell my 17-year-old self anything, it would be absolutely nothing. Because I would not change anything. I would not trade anything for the person I am today. If you're 17 and you clicked on this video, or 16 or 18, and you're just like, ooh, I want to know some things, girl, boy, trust yourself. Trust God is going to protect you. And just feel free to experience. Please go out and experience. I promise. Learn from things. Don't make everything too personal. Focus on what you gained from any situation, what you can adjust in any situation. Life is not perfect. Your life is never going to be perfect. There's outside factors that play in your life that you are in no control of, and all you have to do is experience them and let them go. Nothing can take away your value. You can only upgrade. I promise. But it's getting a little chilly. I'm doing some shivers out here. But your internet big sister loves you so much. But I love you. Make sure you like and subscribe. Join the kitty fam. I love you guys so much. Make sure you're growing on the outside, but you're also growing on the inside. I love you. This world keep playing with us, don't it? Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Hold on. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Stay. Hold on now.